my first Arduino kit ever, and I've never actually ever played with an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi before, and so I picked this up on Amazon, this beginner's kit here, and you know what? I'm kind of excited to try it, but I'm filming this to kind of show anybody out there that who's also interested in something like this, where you can build your own little projects using an Arduino. There are many different kits sold on Amazon right now for an Arduino like this, but this one is the more expensive one because this one's the original by the Arduino company. And I think based on my research, this one, even though it is more expensive, it's a better value because most of the components arrive working. And on top of that, the kit also includes a book, which is a good step-by-step. And I hear, based on reviews, that it's well written. So for somebody that's like me, who is a beginner, that's very important, to make sure that I have good instruction. It's kind of like investing in a good school where you have a good professor or teacher who can teach you something, teach you the basics very well. So that was my reasoning on purchasing the more expensive kit. I want to make sure that everything is working and great and I get the best education possible. As I'm opening this, I'm going to talk about my background. I do have some experience with electronics and mechanical, but no experience, well, minimal experience in coding, as well as electrical circuits and stuff. Yes, I have experience in that, but building in a complete circuit right off the, from ground zero and making something work, such as like a robot or something like that, I have no experience in that. So this is something that I'm kind of wanting to hopefully get into, robotics, or just creating cool DIY projects. And I think this is a great launch point for that. And it's going to teach me the basics of electronics based robotics. All right, so let's open this up and let's take a look what's inside. Okay, that's pretty nice. Has a nice little welcome kit here. And the first thing you see is the book, the projects book. And this is what I've said that based on reviews online, people say that this is a great book. Just take a look here real quick. Ooh, yes. It feels high quality. The information looks like textbook-like. Oh yeah. And I like that everything is colored nicely. Illustrations look beautiful. Very pleasing to read, it looks like. So one of the things about reading a book, especially a textbook or something technical like this, you definitely want good diagrams, something that won't leave you guessing. Because especially when you're starting off with something new, you want the least amount of resistance as possible. And I think this book, it seems like it does that. All right. Pretty happy on how this looks so far. All right, what else do they have in here? This is, thank you for choosing an Arduino board and supporting the community. Yes, of course. And a little bit of little stickers here. That's nice. Okay, under this cover here, nothing else. And so here we are. Here are the components. Here is a starter kit for the DC motor servo motor. Let's see how that looks like. Cool. All right. Little components like this. This is a motor. This looks like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Yeah, that's why I'm here to learn it. I don't really know what that is, but that's cool. This is an LCD display, it looks like here. It says liquid crystal display. Let's take a look how that looks like. Oh yeah, cool. It's weird how the foam kind of comes off like that, but okay. I'm hoping this kit will teach me a lot and get me really just whet my whole appetite in this whole projects building thing. I've really always wanted to build my own stuff and make some creative things. Designed and assembly in Italy. This is the Arduino board here. Yeah, I'm surprised how small it is. People say it's credit card size, but wow, it's smaller than I expected. I mean, you can't really tell on the listings on Amazon how small it is, but in person, yeah. Cool. Can't believe I'm holding it in my hand right now. Designed in Italy. Open source is love. That's what it says here. That's pretty cool. And that's how the board looks like. Pretty small, smaller than I expected. I gotta say, opening up this package, it feels very premium. It's like almost opening up a iPhone box, you know what I mean? Anybody who's done that, you know what I'm talking about. It just feels nice. All right, here is the breadboard jumper wires. In here is exactly what it says. It has breadboard jumper wires for sure. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. Okay. This is very basic electronics stuff. I remember in high school when I had an electronics course, we were building circuits off breadboards, and I remember shorting things out because I saw smoke. I saw smoke coming out of the breadboard or the wires, and I can't remember. I just know that I wasn't really interested in it back then. But now, it's been many years now. Now, I do enjoy stuff like this. Next is the USB cable, the size of a toothbrush box, toothpaste box too. And that's it. Yeah, here you go. That's the connection right there. I don't know what that one is called, but normally printers have this type of connection. And then it just goes to USB-A. Okay. Overall, this kit feels like with this, it feels quite basic to me. But apparently you can do 15 projects with it. So let's see. And here is the goodies. This is the electronic components box. And this in here will have most of the fun stuff, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. So it comes in an anti-static bag, static shielding bag, and it has what I remember. These are resistors, capacitors, LEDs. Should I take this out? Okay, maybe I'll just take it out and just see what's in here. I'll pour it in this box here so everybody can see. Might as well. It's just like a big old mess. Yeah, there you go. It's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. This is the resistors I was talking about. And each resistor, you can tell the ohms of it based on the color of the band. I remember that from electronics class. And it's got some sponges or foam. Oh yeah, cool, look. Has a chip on the foam, so this one must have a chip too? No. Okay, so this one's just a piece of foam. Maybe the chip fell in the box. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Well, that's why I bought this kit to learn, because that book is going to tell me what each component is and the specs of it. This thing here, is this a diode? I can't remember. It just looks like a medicine pill to me. Look at this thing. Everything seems foreign to me right now. I completely have no idea what this is, but when I look back at this video later, I'm gonna be pretty happy that I've learned a lot of the things here, I'm pretty sure. There you go. This looks like a little speaker, a tweeter. Yeah, well, this is just pretty much a whole box of other things here. You can see there. All right. Yeah, I just realized there's this yellow thing here. Oh, cool. Not sure what that does, but it looks like something you probably break off and use the components. Okay, let me just put this over here. And, oh, there's something at the bottom here. Look at that. Not sure what this is used for. Secure it to the CD using adhesive tape. Warning. It's a CD cover. A CD? Why is there a CD thing here? Launch button. System ready. Hyperdrive. That's what it says on there. Maybe these are decals you put on to the buttons later. That's pretty cute. All right. Lastly, this black thing. Yeah, so that's pretty much the kit. I just really wanted to make a quick unboxing video of this thing. I'm going to be spending hours and hours, I'm sure, learning how to code, learning how to build the projects, you know, learning about all these electronic components, which I'm really excited about to kind of learn more about it and be more serious about it, because I feel that coding and electronics and building things, it's something very interesting to me that I kind of really want to explore. Also, on top of that, I mean, that's the way the future is going. Everything is automated. Everything is electronics based now. And I mean, getting a good foundation of it on how all of these gadgets in our lives are being built, and being able to see it from the technical side of view instead of just like the consumer side, to me, it would allow me to appreciate how quickly things are evolving and how much work is being put into a product that's making our lives a lot easier. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to do in this video. Unbox the Arduino starter kit, level beginner, and it seems so far like a good package. I will add another video on my YouTube channel later to maybe when I built the first project or something, give you my thoughts on how I feel what the starter kit provides or what kind of information it provides and the value I'm getting from it. But the first step obviously for me is going to be hitting the books, starting with page 1, and go from there. So I'll see you in my next video when I maybe give you an update on how this goes. See you later. All right, so I'm in what page is this? I don't know, just the introduction area here, and one of the things we're going to be doing here is taking out that yellow bit to make a little holder, I guess, for the breadboard. So I kind of want to just record that for anybody who wants to see it as well. Let's just hang out, basically. Let's just hang out. I'm going to open up this box again here. I just have it closed up because I was just planning on reading the book for now. But yeah, let's get started right away instead. So this is what they're talking about, this little yellow bit here. What is this? Okay, this yellow bit here. And so it's telling us to take the plastic sheet and carefully separate the pieces. Go until you've separated all the parts. Place the piece marked with A into the holes in the corner in order to create the feet of the base. Okay, so you kind of just twist them off like this. You can see I'm kind of going on an angle there. Oh yeah, okay. You just turn it. You just turn it until break it off. Like that. Right, that's 1. That's 3. Okay, pretty cool. All right. That's 4. Although this one here, pretty sure this triangle part's not to be part of it. See how I've kind of broken it up like that in a weird shape? Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And 4 more pieces to go. Yeah. Not too bad. Okay, so at the end you're left with something like this, and you got all these pieces here. All right, that, this, and that. There you go, and junk there. All right, so it tells me to use the A pieces in order to create feet for the base. Should I flip that way? This way. So basically this side that has the Arduino symbol. Yes, okay, the Arduino symbol is the top, so this will be the bottom here. And so we're gonna insert feet on the bottom. So basically what I'm trying to do is take one of these little pieces here and insert it into the 3 holes there. And it should snap in. No, there's no snapping sound, but it just fits snugly onto the plastic bit there. So what I really like about this book is that they don't really go into depth right off the bat, especially when you're a beginner, but they do use the terms, like for instance, a resistor or a capacitor or a diode, something like that. And they kind of just use the word in context of what they're trying to explain to you. Whereas they know that you don't understand it completely. But as you move along through the project, they'll start teaching you what each component does simply to give you a rough idea of what you're going to be building or how you can use that component for your future projects, which is really great. And I think that's really awesome for somebody who's trying to learn. In my experience, though, I already know what these components are, but I can see the value, or I can see the way that it's written. It's quite easy to follow, and I think that's very valuable in this kit. And I can see why this one would cost more for sure. Just the educational value is there. Okay, so insert 4 feet. Done. That's step 3. Step 4 now. Secure your Arduino UNO to the base using 3 screws, which is included in the silver pack of this kit. Be careful not to over tighten. Okay, so we're gonna be putting the board on here. It's just not only the breadboard, but the actual board. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was just the breadboard. So this thing is the holder for the computer chip. Ah. Nice. Alright, so I have the computer chip here, the Arduino UNO R3, that's what it's called. Whoops. Do I have this in reverse? I don't know which way I'm shooting, but I'll just do this way, okay? UNO R3 board right there, starter kit. And this is the main board, this is the brains of everything, and this is what you're going to be using and connecting stuff to make it actuate, to make things work, your project to work. So I don't think you can screw this up. The holes here, they match up with the holes on the board, and even if you get confused, there's a little outline of the board here on the plastic piece where you can just fit it on. Okay, so it looks like I need to find the screws for this, and it should be in the silver pack, which is in this one here, which is the starter kit, electronic components, this box here. inside the static bag. And all right, I'm just gonna dump this out again. I packaged everything back because I didn't think I was going to touch the components until I read the introduction and the basics. But it looks like they're getting you to jump right in with your hands, getting your hands dirty. And I like that. That's exactly how I learn. The best way that I learn. Some people are, some people can just read something and get it. Some people need to use their hands in order to get it. I'm like a mix of both, but a lot of things stick better when I use my hands, because I can visually see it. We're visual learners. That's why I think that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm looking for some screws, and also they said they also included a screwdriver in here, a little mini screwdriver. So let's take a look. 2 screws. Yeah, and those screws definitely need a nut. Okay, needs a nut to go with it, because or else it wouldn't be able to fasten on the back side there. So screws and nuts. But all right, now I'm looking for the screwdriver, which is not very obvious. Everything is so miniature, and my fingers, they feel very fat digging through all these things. Screwdriver, huh? I'm not seeing a screwdriver in here, but it says it's included, right? Included in the silver pack in this kit. Yeah, so I'm not really seeing it. Maybe it's missing from this kit. Okay, so in my case, my kit is missing the screwdriver. Now, anybody out there who doesn't know what the screwdriver is supposed to look like, I'll show you a photo here. It's just supposed to look like at the end of almost at the end of a drill bit. Like, it is like a drill bit, just a tiny 1/4 inch sized drill bit. It's okay. You know what I can do? I actually have an IKEA kit that I have laying around, which has a screwdriver in it. Alright, so here's my leftover IKEA stuff. In here, in one of the box, they provided a little screwdriver, which I think will probably work with this thing. So let's give it a shot. What you can do is test it out, and unfortunately, it's not going to work. That is probably a Phillips, what, 1? This is like a Phillips 2 or a 3, and it's not gonna work. Okay, so second plan is I have a little screwdriver set, so I'm gonna go grab that. Okay, here it is, my precision screwdriver set. Sometimes if you go to the dollar store, they actually sell this as well. So I think I got this from the dollar store. Pretty handy kit so far, especially for a little electronics these days. This is the screwdriver I think I need. It's a little bit out of order actually, but it doesn't matter. This one is a number 1, it says. And let's see, will it fit? Yes, perfect. It fits. Okay, so I'll leave that to the side here. Okay. Put this board right back on the textbook here. And yeah, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to just match it up to the holes here and then screw it on by making sure the nut goes on the other side there. Okay. Why does it feel a little... Feels a little cockeyed. You see this? It doesn't feel right when I put it in. Are there different sizes to this? That's the other question now. Is it supposed to sit up like that? You see that this little soldering joint, this thing here, it bumps against the plastic portion here, so it's not sitting flush. making it a kind of weird how it sits onto this little platform. So I guess that's just the way it is, because if it sits right at the hole, if it aligns with the hole, it'll kind of levitate on this end only. But whereas these two, it sits quite flush. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, okay, well, I'll give it a try anyway. I like how the instruction just tells you to secure it. Secure the Uno to the brace board using the 3 screws, but it doesn't tell you to use it with the nuts here. So I guess in a sense they're getting you to explore and try to figure that out on your own, because I suspect that most people who are buying this has a very curious mind, and they're self-starters, maybe. So they can try to figure that out on their own, which is, yeah, kind of cool. So yeah, there you go. And insert the second one here. I guess one of the important things to make sure you're doing is when you're attaching this, make sure you don't have the computer plugged in, because since these are all metal, if one touches, you know, 2 terminals back here, you could be shorting something out important, and you fry your board. So don't be doing that. Make sure you do this completely off, powered off, like I'm doing right now. And so I'm going to stick this one in here. This is the one that's feels a little funny. It feels funny. Look at this. It won't even push all the way down on the board, which is quite weird. Very weird. But I guess just the way it is. I'm not going to force it all the way down, because I just feel like that's going to break the board. So I think it should just sit like that. Fine. And I think it'll be totally fine. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't over tighten this as well, because it seems like it can snap the board pretty easily if you really reef on it. Oh, okay, perfect. Look, it actually, as I started putting it in, and now it sits flush with the board, the top of the head of the screw. And yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. I think, in my opinion, you can just finger tighten this. I don't even think I need a screwdriver, to be honest. It feels secure enough. But let's see. Let me see. Maybe not, actually. Maybe you need the screwdriver just to tighten it down just a tad as you hold the nut. So I'm going to hold the nut at the back here and just tighten it just a tad. There you go. Finger tight. That's what they call it. Finger tight. Okay. 2. Last one. 3. Hey, there you go. Feels really secure on this board now. That's quite nice. That's cool. I like how they give you a little base thing. So, I mean, the feet allows some space onto the bottom to allow airflow, I guess, in case it heats up, but I don't think this thing heats up that much. We'll find out. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't really know anything about it yet. So the next step here, the 5th step, it says carefully peel the backing from the breadboard. And it looks like they want us to attach the breadboard on the top here. Ooh, it's a thick boy. It's quite thick. Feels solid. Okay. And let's see, which way does it face? It doesn't say. I guess it's all the same. No, it's not, because this says A, B, C, D. It's written one way. All the numbers are written so then it's readable up and down this way. You can see here. Can you see that? So if it's facing me, I can read it, but if I turn it this way, it's upside down. So what would make the most sense here? I see that there's 3 notches at the bottom. but no notches here. So I'm guessing this will connect. If you have a second board, it will connect together. And I think I'm just gonna go this way. Since, yeah, I'm gonna pick this way because the Arduino symbol right here, the Arduino symbol, if I have it like this, I can read it. It's not upside down. So if I put the board exactly the same orientation, I think that will make sense. Yeah? Yeah, I guess so. Let's give it a try. Why not, right? I don't think it really matters, maybe. So peel it back. Ooh, that's a satisfying sound. I'm just going to make sure I have it right on the square. Ooh, I'm trying to move it, but it's completely stuck on there. Wow. Yeah, there's no second chance in moving that. That's it. Once you laid it, you played it. I thought I put it on there quite lightly so I can slide it. But no, once you laid it, you played it. It's done. It's a done deal. Okay, that's okay. But not too shabby. That's pretty good. That's pretty center. I have it right on the edge of this side, but for some reason, yeah. If I could do that again, I would push it over down just a hair. That's okay. This is not even a big issue, I'm sure. All right, so that is step 6. That's it. Okay, so I've set up this board. Ta-da! That's it. Just 3 screws. There, that's what it looks like. Huh? Pretty cool, right? The bottom. I wonder, because this is also sticky here, what are we gonna do with that? Or just leave it as sticky as like that? I don't know. Okay. That's that.